Guards, number 32, Tom Pustavar, 5'11", and a senior. The other guard will be number 24, Larry Valentini. He is 5'10", and a senior. Chisolm, coached by Bob McDonald. Now for Little Falls, the Class AA champion and the champions of Region C.
At the forward.
At one forward,
number
55, Paul Cameron. He is 6'5", and a sophomore.
And number 45.
The other forward, number 45, Kevin Zenner, 6'2", and a senior. At center will be number 35, Frank Waklawari, 6'6", and a senior. At the guard for Little Falls, number 15, Jerry Januszka, 5'11", and a senior. The other guard will be number 13, Doug Klook, 5'7", and a senior. Little Falls coached by Al Bauman.
Roger, just to point out to the people that are watching how drastically the storm has cut into the attendance here at the Civic Center. Between the two schools, they couldn't get enough band members together to play the national anthem. There's only about 4 or 5 here from Little Falls and a like number from Chisolm.
I think I counted 4 from Little Falls and 6 from Chisolm, so hardly enough for a quorum.
And I'm sure a lot of people that intended to come back, maybe went home over the weekend, intended to come back for this game, just couldn't do it because of the way things have gone. So we hope you will enjoy it via the tube tonight. We're ready to go. It'll be Waklawari jumping against Paul McDonald. The Bluestreaks of Chisolm in the white uniforms. The Flyers of Little Falls in the dark uniforms or purple. The Flyers will be going left to right, Chisolm right to left on your screen. We're underway. The tap controlled by Chisolm. They throw it into the back court. And there's no call. There was an over and back violation there, but no call made. So the ball comes into the front court. Mike McDonald with it for Chisolm. The Bluestreaks 27-0 on the season. They are the only unbeaten remaining team, the remaining unbeaten team in the state of Minnesota. Little Falls not far behind them. They lost just once this year and are 25-1. Here's Mike McDonald. It goes. And Chisolm leads it 2-0. Januszka gets the ball into the front court. Gets it to Zenner. Almost traveled. Now has the ball hacked away, and Mike McDonald has it for Chisolm. Long down court pass for Paul McDonald. That's Paul Cameron, the 6'5" sophomore on him. Here's Slattery from the corner. In and out, no good, and the rebound to Waklawari of the Flyers of Little Falls. Januszka brings the ball front court side. So far, Roger, no press from Chisolm. Whistle, traveling violation. So 2 straight turnovers. For Little Falls, they haven't had a shot yet. 2-0, Chisolm leads it. Slattery on the right side, gets it to Valentini. Pustavar holds up his fingers to indicate a play. These two teams very close in the statistical department. About a 9-point edge offensively for Chisolm. Paul McDonald, Mike McDonald, blocked by Waklawari, picked up by Valentini. About an 8-point edge in defensive scoring in the tournament for the Flyers of Little Falls. So offense offsetting defense. Some of the so-called experts are picking Chisolm by about 2 threes. But there's a 1-point difference in the stats. Valentini with it. They had Slattery wide open underneath. Couldn't get it to him. Now a turnover by Chisolm. Waklawari looks strong down the middle. They're going to have to find some other way to go. He's knocking everything out of there. They're trying to work in so far anyway. Here's Doug Fluff, smallest man on the floor. Won't go down. Rebound Cameron. Whistle and a foul on Mike McDonald. First foul on McDonald. First team foul. Here it is again.
Let's see it again. It's going to be one of the McDonalds.
Well, they pointed at Mike, and that's the number up on the board. So I think we'll stick with that for the time being anyway. There's a look at Paul Cameron, the 6'5" sophomore for the Flyers of Little Falls. He's the only one they have returning out of their starting lineup next year, but they've got a nucleus, and I guess they had a great B squad. So Little Falls making their first appearance in over 40 years. Could well be back again. We'll see. 2-1 ball game after Cameron converts the first. And we have our first tie of the night. 2-2, all tied up, 5:55 to go, first quarter of play. Cameron hits both the free throws. Pustavar, Valentini, now Slattery with it for Chisolm in the front court. Pustavar, left side of the lane, underhand layup, comes off, rebound Valentini, he's tied up by Waklawari. There'll be a jump. Valentini, 5'10". He looks taller than that, but that's what they have him listed as. And Wachloworitz is 6'6". So a definite advantage to Little Falls, and they get it to Januszka. Januszka up the far side of the court. Back to Cameron. Now Doug Clough with it. Almost dragged that pivot foot. Gets it to Zenner. We're tied 2-2. Zenner doesn't shoot very often, but he sure had some crucial baskets last Saturday. Hit one at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Here's Clough off the front of the rim. Wachloworitz up, in. He is strong underneath. As I was saying, Zenner hit one at the end of the first quarter as the buzzer went off, and then hit one at the end of the first half as the buzzer went off. Both key baskets because Ravensdale was coming back at the time. Paul McDonald has it come off. Frank Wachloworitz rebounds, gets it down to Clough into the lane, up and in. And Little Falls leads it 6-2. They're going to have to go to that press. They haven't used it. Valentini into the front court. Very surprised they haven't gone to the press. Foul on Cameron.
Little Falls is in a man-to-man so far, and interestingly, they're putting Wachloworitz on Slattery. Apparently, they figure that Slattery is not going to be tremendously productive offensively, and they're going to keep Wachloworitz away from any foul trouble he might get into if he were on one of the McDonald's, I think.
That's very true. And Paul Cameron did a heck of a job on Steve Fix for Ravensdale the other night. And I think they've got him on Paul McDonald. So we'll just have to see how these matchups come out. Little Falls with the basketball. They lead it by 4. 4:30 to go. First quarter of play. They dump it at the baseline. Januszka, Wachloworitz dumps it underneath. Intercepted. Paul McDonald with it for Chisholm. Pustovar drops it for Slattery. From the left side, it comes off the rim, falls around. Paul McDonald puts it up. It won't go. And the rebound comes down to Zenner. He's fouled from behind by Valentini. First foul on Valentini, second team foul.
They see Valentini reaching in, catches him on the arm.
So far, Chisholm a little tight, and they've missed some close-in shots. Now we get that Chisholm blob defense, as Rogers called it. I think that's about as good a description as you'll find. Clough with it. Almost a turnover. Januszka drops it underneath to Wachloworitz. Can't control it. Scramble on the floor, and we have a foul. That's the kind that hurts you. Paul Cameron, his second.
Cameron, the loss of Cameron in any kind of foul trouble would be very, very serious for Little Falls, because even though Wachloworitz has been getting most of the publicity, Cameron has had a very sound tournament so far. He's played extremely well for him.
He has. He got 19 in their semifinal game and didn't score a heck of a lot Saturday night, but the job he did on Steve Fix of Ravensdale for 3 quarters was something else. Valentini gets it to Pustovar. 3:32 left to go. Leibfried is in now for Chisholm. Shot goes up, comes off. Leibfried battles for it, but the rebound belongs to Wachloworitz. Gets it to Zenner. Zenner across the timeline. One thing that Little Falls does that may help them combat that zone press of Chisholm's is they do use their big men to bring the ball down the floor. We have a foul underneath.
Wachloworitz, I believe, and Cameron has 3.
That's his third. We're still in the first quarter of play. 3:08 to go. We're going to get a substitution right away. Coming in.
Al Bauman obviously has no choice. He's got to get him out of there immediately. So that could be very serious. We'll see how it affects Little Falls.
That's Bruce Posh that's come in now. Number 41. Bruce is a 6'1" senior, so they lose about 1.5 inches there. Anytime, or they lose 4 inches there, excuse me. Pustovar for 2, and it's a 6-4 ball game. See what happens now with McDonald out. He's got 3 fouls very early in the ball game. Wachloworitz gets it to Zenner. Zenner drives. Won't go. Wachloworitz puts it in. Every time Little Falls seems to need a big basket, Roger, he's been there. McDonald to the baseline, dumps it underneath to Leibfried for 2. 8-6. Little Falls lead down to 2, and he traveled with it. Wachloworitz on the turnover. There might not be very many people here, but they're sure making a lot of noise, I'll tell you that.
Those that are here are very partisan.
Pustovar in the front court. Valentini with it. Little Falls in the dark, the purple uniform. Chisolm in the white. This is Pustovar. Puts it up from about 12. It comes off, and the rebound comes down to Little Falls. Clough all the way. It goes. Offensive foul or defensive foul?
The basket will count no matter what, I'm sure.
I believe so. See who the foul is on Clough.
I think Clough's going to get the foul, but the bucket should count. Yes, the basket will count. The Clough
Basket
will
count.
the
Here it is again.
Charged with a foul.
First foul against Clough. That's the third team foul for Little Falls.
He's still down on the floor. He really took a header. And as we said Saturday night in their game against Ravensdale, he is one young man that they probably can ill afford to lose because he is their floor general.
Well, he's a good hand.
And he also gives him, yeah, he is. Big hands and good ones.
Yes.
Snapper Stein.
One correction, that's a fourth team foul against Little Falls.
Well, that could enter into it too now because we're plenty early. Just 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And the next foul that Little Falls commits puts Chisolm into the bonus free throw situation. And so far in this tournament, they have been deadly from the free throw line. They have hit 30, well, not that's Little Falls. They have hit 55 out of 67 free throws, shooting better than 80% from the free throw line.
Excuse me, Joe. Clough has gone out, and Doug Fergine is it.
Okay, so 2 of the starters right now, 4 Little Falls on the bench. Doug Clough shaken up, and Paul Cameron was picked up 3 fouls. Fergine almost on the steal. Valentini with it. Gets it to Leibfried from long range. Won't go down. Rebound underneath. Pustovar. 10-8. Little Falls leads down to 2. Deflection. The ball picked off by Wacklowaritz. And he gets it up front. Lost by Posh. Picked up by Mike McDonald from the free throw line. He has 2, and we're tied. 10-10, all tied up. All tied up at 10-10. 1:15 left to go, first quarter. Chisolm really has picked up on their defensive play now. Really putting the pressure on. They get it in the lane to Fergine. On the near side, Posh with it. Posh shovels it back to Januszka, and we have a foul. The foul on Valentini. His second, third team foul on Chisolm.
That's Valentini. I don't know exactly what happened.
Looked like he might have lost his
I think
balance.
he just lost his balance, and the man moved in a way he hadn't expected, and as a result, he was draped all over him.
Januszka, double team, gets it out to Fergine. Fergine to center. They're double teaming Wacklowaritz now, playing a man in front of him and a man behind him. Out of that zone. Januszka, in and out, and the rebound comes down to Mike McDonald. Gets it to Valentini. We're tied, 10-10. And we have what? Over and back?
Well, I called Valentini for carrying the ball, but he let it go. I don't know if we have it on replay or not. I think he knew he was going to carry, so he just let the ball go, but they called him anyway.
Okay. Here's Wacklowaritz, dumps it underneath for Zenner. 2 points for Zenner. And Little Falls leads again, 12-10. Chisolm has led just once, 2-0. Ball dumped, steal by Januszka. All the way, lost it out of bounds. It will belong to Chisolm. Some of the crowd doesn't like it, but I think it's a proper call. He just lost it off his hands. 12-10, Little Falls by 2, 13 seconds left, first quarter of play. Chisolm will have crack at just 1 shot. To 12-10. Little Falls leads it by 2. I think we probably, Roger, have seen the last of Paul Cameron for this half. He's picked up 3 fouls, and that's got to be a tough road for Little Falls to hold.
Yeah, I think the only time that Al Bauman would want to put him back in is if for some reason Chisolm should just start getting away from him.
Yeah.
When he absolutely needed him.
I think he'd like to try to hold him out the rest of this quarter if he
stays
can.
Close either way, I'm sure we won't see him.
Doug Clough is back in, so evidently he's shaken the effects of the jolt that he received when he went down. Tap controlled by Chisolm. They've controlled both of them so far. Here's Valentini, gets it around to Leibfried. Turnaround jumper, deflected by Wacklowaritz. Went right around him and knocked it out of bounds. Good defensive play by Frank Wacklowaritz. Tell you, when that young man makes up his mind to it, he can play a lot of basketball. Tremendously strong underneath. Here's Pustovar. Mike McDonald. Bingo. We're tied. 12 apiece. If there's an edge for either team, I think it's probably in Chisholm's outside shooting. And a turnover for Little Falls as that press takes its toll.
Janushka coming back in now for Little Falls.
Bergeen goes out. They get it in to Valentini. Pustovar. Long range. He's got it. Mark Lemmy is in for Little Falls now. Lemmy is number 33. So Coach Al Ballman shuffling his players as a result of Paul Cameron picking up those 3 quick fouls. Errant pass. Picked off by Paul McDonald. Mike McDonald gets it out atop the key. Leibfried. Pustovar. Valentini down the left side. Puts it up over Wackloworth, but it won't go. Leibfried touched it last. It belongs to Little Falls. 14-12. Chisholm with their second lead in the ball game. They led 2-0. And they're having trouble with that press again. Wackloworth comes down to help out. Gets it to Pluff. Pluff still in the backcourt looking for some help. Now starts on the dribble. Still in the backcourt. Gets it to Wackloworth. Wackloworth bounce pass to Zenner. Comes right back out, and it's picked up by Pustovar. A couple of guys kicked it. Pustovar with it in the front court to that press. They did not use it for the first 2-3 minutes of the game. And Little Falls spurted out in front. But since they've gone to it, the Flyers have had their problems with it. They dump it in now. Janushka with it. Right up the center of the court. Dumps it off underneath. Shot is blocked. We'll have a jump ball. That was Lemmy that went up. Didn't get it off. And it was blocked. Lemmy will jump against Leibfried. Leibfried the taller of the two, and he gets it to Pustovar. Stolen away by Janushka. Janushka's with it. Through Pluff's hands, we'll have an over and back violation. So the Flyers having their problems here. There's a look at Bob McDonald, head coach of the Flyers, or the Bluestreaks of Chisholm. They've been to this game before. They lost it to Anoka a couple of years ago, and they want that overall championship. Paul McDonald with it. Over his head, underneath, Mike McDonald. Turnaround jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound, Mike McDonald. Wackloworth's on him, puts it up again. Again, it comes off. Wackloworth rebounds, has it knocked away, but Zenner picks it up. Gets it to Pluff now. Pluff in the front court. 5:51 left, first half. 16-12, Chisholm leads it. Zenner from about 18 comes off the front of the rim. Rebound, Janushka. Lets his defensive man go by him and puts it in. 16-14, 2-point lead, Chisholm. Quickly into the front court. Valentini with it, double teamed, loses it, picked up by Lemmy, down court pass. Janushka for 2 more. So 2 straight buckets by Jerry Janushka, and we're tied again at 16 apiece. 5:20 to go, first half. So far, the game everything we've expected it to be. The lead is seesawed back and forth. Both teams have led. Paul McDonald, left-hander, comes off. Rebound down to Lemmy. Lemmy cross court to Pluff. 5 minutes left in the first half. 16-16. Now Little Falls with a chance to regain the lead. Janushka from 17. In and out. Battle for the rebound. It comes down to McDonald. Valentini across the timeline. Gets it over on the far side to Pustovar. 25 feet away. Leibfried with it. Looking for Paul McDonald. Can't get it to him. Pustovar brings it back out. Signifies a play. Valentini. That's Pustovar on him. Gets around him. Trying to dump it in the corner. Partially deflected by Wackloworth. Valentini with it now. Pustovar almost lost it. They get it back out front. Valentini from long range. Off the back bracket. Wackloworth. Rebound. Down court. Pluff. Off the fingertips of Leibfried. Lost it. Picked up by Janushka. And he had it come out of there. Rebound by Leibfried. Still has it. Finally shovels it off to Valentini. And there's Paul McDonald, and he tripped with it. Mike McDonald picks it up. And Al Bauman is just furious. He wants a traveling call.
McDonald's hurt.
Paul McDonald is still down on the floor.
His arm.
Really hit his elbow. He hit his elbow badly. He's holding it and really in pain. He couldn't get up over on the far side. Al Bauman was just furious down at the other end of the court. He wanted a traveling call very badly. Didn't get it. Here it is again. Now watch McDonald take this fall. This is Paul McDonald, the junior, and I think Al Bauman might have been justified in looking for a traveling call.
I'll tell you, there have been more than a few irate coaches in this tournament.
Yes. And there's one that was just a moment ago. I tell you, I haven't seen too many guys happier than Al was Saturday night, though, when you talked to him after the game.
I don't think so.
There's Paul McDonald. He's limping a little bit, too. He's had that knee bandage throughout the tournament. I think it's more of a calf bandage than anything else that he wears. Although it comes up over the top of the knee, but it's loose enough to give him some flexibility. He's still flexing that arm.
I don't know, Joe. He might have hit his crazy bone. You know how helpless that can leave you if you do.
Too, yeah, you can't even move the darn thing after you do that. Ball belongs to Little Falls. They get it in. Janushka with it. Bumps a little bit with Pustavart. We have a whistle, and carrying the ball is the call. So both teams have been guilty of turnovers. We're still tied at 16 apiece. 3:48 remaining in the first half. Pustavar with the signal. Leifried with the ball. Hit it out to Paul McDonald. Underneath for Slattery. Picked off by Waklawarek. Pluff with it. Brings it across the timeline. Doug Pluff at 5'7", smallest man on the floor. Janushka dumps it back for Zenner. Pluff atop the key from long range. Good. And Little Falls regains the lead. 18-16. The Flyers back up by 2. Remember now, Chisholm, the only unbeaten team in the state. Little Falls has lost just once. I guess if you were to pick two teams on record, you couldn't come much closer than these two. Pustavar gets it right back. Tied at 18 apiece. Some trouble by Janushka. Gets it to Waklawarek. Waklawarek over to Pluff, and they get it across the timeline. Double teamed. He gets it to Waklawarek. Underneath. Lemmy has it knocked away by Paul McDonald. A foul on Paul McDonald. Second foul on Paul McDonald. 2:40 to go, first half.
Watch it again. There it is right there. That'll be 2 shots.
Mark Lemmy, a 6'2" junior, goes to the line. He's one of the youngsters that Al Bauman will be building his club around next year. He and Paul Cameron. First chance at the free throw line. He converts it. That's his first opportunity from the free throw line in the tournament. He gives Little Falls the lead again, 19-18. Second one comes off, and the rebound comes to Paul McDonald. Leading the fast break. He's got it 3-on-1. Whistle, a foul, and the foul is on who? Pluff or McDonald?
I think it's going to be McDonald.
It is an offensive foul, and that's his third. Well, that puts Paul McDonald in the identical situation that Paul Cameron found himself in. Here it is again. Yeah, he had the position pretty well nailed down. Ball deflected out of bounds. 1-point lead, Little Falls. 2:34 left, first half. Paul McDonald is staying in. So far, Al Bauman has not had to put Paul Cameron back in. Looked like he might have to for a while there when Chisholm came back and rattled off 6 straight points, took a lead. But the Flyers seem to have settled down a little bit. Janushka with the ball. Cross-court pass to Waklawarek, who has moved way out front. Now Pluff with it. Used up his dribble. Gets it over on the far side to Janushka. Janushka knocked away and fouled by Pustavar. And now Little Falls is in the bonus situation.
Pustavar's first. Right there. So this will be a 1-and-1.
So Janushka, I'll get it straight yet. Janushka will go to the free throw line. And he has a chance to put his club up by 3, but he must make the first to get the second. He does. Jerry Janushka has hit just 2 out of 9 from the free throw line going in, so that gives him 3 out of 10. Only 30% from the gift line. Well, he cans them both here. So percentages mean naught on that particular trip. 21-18, 3-point lead, Little Falls, with 2:12 to go, first half. Valentini with it. Januszka on him, knocked it away. Valentini picks it up, whips it over for, on the near side, Pustovar. They drop it back out to Valentini. Has it knocked away, and Doug Clough picks up the personal, his second. And the bonus rule is in effect for Chisolm.
See it again. Valentini with the left hand. Here's the old automatic right here from around right there.
Yeah. You got to have a lot longer arms than Doug Clough has to get away with that. Valentini at the line. He's 6 out of 8 from the free throw line going into this game, just in the tournament. Shooting 75%, 7 out of 9 now, 8 out of 10. So that boosts his free throw percentage to 80. Deflection, the ball still belongs to Little Falls. Januszka with it. Gets it up to Wakleworitz. Frank Wakleworitz in the front court. They've pretty well nullified him for the last 4 or 5 minutes. They haven't been able to get the ball to him offensively. Clough, no. That's center. 23-20. Little Falls leads by 3. Their biggest lead has been 4. They had that just once. 1:25 left first half. Mike McDonald with it. Puts it up from about 19. It comes off, gets his own rebound, puts it up again. Wakleworitz blocks it and takes it away from him. And leaves him sitting on the floor. All the way behind the back pass. Traveling call. Nice feed, but he took an extra step. 1:12 to go.
Watch it again. A 1. Close.
Pustovar with it. Front court for Chisolm. They can chop that lead to 1 here. Mike McDonald gets it into Brother Paul. From the corner, Pustovar puts it up. It won't go down. Valentini rebounds. Knocked away. Underneath. Whistle and a foul. And a foul will be on Wakleworitz as he fouled Leibfried.
Watch it again. Leibfried with a fake right there. Lemmy draws the foul, 33.
Lemmy, not Wakleworitz. They were both there.
His first should be 2 shots for Leibfried.
Let's see. Bob Leibfried has hit 3 out of 6, 50% from the free throw line during this tournament. Must make the first to get the, or he was in the act of shooting, excuse me. Misses the first one. 23-20. Little Falls by 3. By 2. So Bob Leibfried makes 1 out of 2. 23-21. Little Falls lead is 2 points. Wakleworitz with it. Gets it up to Januszka. 46 seconds left in the half. Januszka right out in front from 10 feet puts it through. 25-21. Little Falls has matched their biggest lead of the ball game. Valentini drives underneath, dumps it back out to Pustovar. Here's Mike McDonald for 2. 25-23. Chisolm cuts it to 2. Ball deflected, still belongs to Little Falls. Flyers are definitely having some trouble with that press, especially getting it inbounds. Once they get it inbounds, they seem to be all right. But Chisolm covering everybody like a blanket here. They get it over to Wakleworitz. And he slows his dribble, just 17 seconds left. He needs some help.
Spend somewhere and protect him a little bit.
Wouldn't be one bit surprised to see him do it. Would be very surprised at this stage to see them both go to a man-to-man, I'll tell you that, with 2 guys with 3 fouls and 2 vital cogs in their team at that. Tap control this time by Little Falls. And Doug Clough brings it into the front court. That's Valentini on him, and he almost took it away from him. Clough still has the ball. Gets it over on the far side to Cameron. Drops it off. Januszka from 14 has 2 more. Gary Januszka has been vital to Little Falls in this game. He has 2 baskets in the second quarter and 1 here at the outset of the third. That's overcome leads that Chisolm had. Paul McDonald has it come off. Mike McDonald rebounds. We have a foul underneath. Foul is on Holmes. Paul Cameron, I believe. That's his 4th.
Watch it again.
Right
He must have got him with the body. And we'll see if Al Bauman's going to get him out and protect him, or, yeah, he is going to take him out.
Doesn't have much choice. Got to take him out. And Mark Lemmy comes back in again. He had 1 point in the first quarter, or in the first half. 27-25. Little Falls leads by 2, but Mike McDonald goes to the free throw line. And Mike has hit 16 out of 18 from the free throw line going into this game. He's averaging 88% from the free throw line coming in. He misses the second one. Tipped up, no good. Tipped up again, and the rebound finally comes down to Lemmy. Long down court pass to Januszka. Puts it up. He's fouled from behind by Leibfried.
Let's see it again. Leibfried gets his money's worth on this one, I'll tell you. Right there. That'll be 2 shots.
First foul on Bob Leibfried. So now both teams have committed a personal here in the second half, so we're even Steven in that department. Jerry Januszka at the free throw line. As I told you earlier, he was only 2 out of 9 coming in, but he made the first one that he put up, then missed the second. Now he's missed the first one here. So he's now 3 out of 12 in tournament play. 3 out of 13. The ball batted around. It belongs to whom as Valentini goes flying over the chairs. It will evidently still belong to Little Falls. Larry Valentini with a tremendous effort to try to save it.
Pretty good form there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Get up there on top of those chairs, he can hurt himself. Ball dumped into Doug Pluff. There's that hawking, hounding defense of the Bluestreaks of Chisholm. Doug Pluff from out atop the key. Rebound, Paul McDonald. And he dumps it off now to Valentini. Quickly up court, Slattery all alone. It comes out of there, and the ball goes out of bounds, belongs to Chisholm. 6:53 left in the third quarter. 27-26. Little Falls leads by 1. 6:53 left in the third quarter. 27-26. Little Falls leads by 1. Their biggest lead has been 4. Chisholm had a 4-point lead a couple of times. I understand that Bob is about to join some rather illustrious company, namely Bob Knight of Indiana and several other coaches at the yearly Coaches Clinic to be held at the Flemington Hotel, 25th, 26th, and 27th of April. And they're going to bring in a high school coach from Wisconsin, too, to kind of get into the swing of things. They're going to have a girls basketball coach in there, so they invite girls basketball coaches around the state to come, too. Tap control by Little Falls. Januszka with it. 6:24 left. Third quarter of play. Zenner gets it back to Januszka. Drops it off for Zenner. Puts it up. It won't go down. Loose ball picked up by Lemmy. Gets it out to Pluff. He puts it up from 19. Good. 29-26. Little Falls by 3. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Valentini from 15 has it hacked away. Pluff can't control it. Now does. And we'll have a jump ball. We also have received word that, now wait a minute.
Going to get a foul.
We
on
will?
Pustovar. I think so. One official called jump ball, the other called foul.
Okay, that's the second team foul then on Chisholm in the second half. No shooting. Pluff still in the back court has used up his dribble, gets it to Wachlewarts, dumps it off for Zenner. Zenner moves to the baseline and comes back out. And the lane violation is called. I understand some folks from Chisholm are trapped in the Little Fall or in the Litchfield area. Wouldn't be good for folks for Chisholm to be in the Little Falls area. They went to a hockey tournament there this weekend and got stuck there. That's not very good to say about Litchfield either, but they are marooned in Litchfield, where their hockey team finished third. So I hope they're enjoying the game. 29-28. Paul McDonald cuts the lead to 1. Little Falls leading Chisholm with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Pluff. Drops it off for Lemmy. Lemmy dumps it out front for Pluff. He puts it up again from 19. No good. Rebound underneath. Lemmy with it. Drops it off for Zenner. Right side, underneath, Walk-Lewartz, 2 points. I think that's his first field goal since the first quarter. He has 11 rebounds, though, so he hasn't been idle. 31-28. 3-point lead. The Flyers of Little Falls over unbeaten Chisolm. Slattery with it. Leaves it for Pustovar in the lane. Paul McDonald has it knocked away, and it's picked up by Lemmy. Lemmy appears to be coming on a little stronger, Roger, as he gets a little more playing time. He hasn't had much, but he picked up a rebound just a moment ago, and then the deflection there. And this is he with the jumper. Deflected. Picked up underneath by Zenner. His shot is missed. Whistle.
Slattery will get the foul. It'll be his first.
Foul is on Slattery, number 44.
It's up in the air right there.
5-3, 62.
And Zenner was upset that he missed it. Wanted to chance at the three-point play. Zenner, with 2 shots here, can give Little Falls their biggest lead. Their biggest has been 4. And he has just matched that, 32-28. So he can put the Flyers up by 5. And they've built this lead, the 4-point margin, with Paul Cameron sitting on the bench most of the game. Walk-Lewartz tried to dump it off for Januszka. It bounces back out for Pluff. Zenner. Pluff, 20, around and off, no good. Tipped around, and Paul McDonald has it. Dumps it out to Mike McDonald. Pluff took a dive, and there's no foul called. Wasn't much contact. Mike McDonald puts it up. It won't go down. The ball comes loose, and it's batted away by Zenner. Then Mike McDonald, and I believe it belongs to Chisolm. Zenner's out there, but I think the one official indicated the ball belonged. No, it does. Belonged to Little Falls.
Tonight's attendance, 4,537.
4,537, the attendance tonight, depleted greatly by the winter storm that's hit the state of Minnesota. Wherever you are, hope you're enjoying our telecast. Doug Pluff in the front court, 32-28. Little Falls leads it by 4. 3:42 left, third quarter. Zenner. They double team him quickly. Januszka with it, 25 feet away, moves in. Puts it up, it won't go down, and the rebound comes to Mike McDonald. Tried to force it through traffic, and was a little bit off balance when he took the shot. Mike McDonald, Valentini now. Pustovar. Paul McDonald. Turnaround jumper. Partially deflected. It hit the rim. Goes out of bounds. It belongs to Little Falls. 3:13 left in the third quarter. Pass in comes to Walk-Lewartz. Holds it up. Gets it over to Kevin Zenner. And Zenner brings it into the front court. Doug Pluff with it now. Left side, about 26 feet out, gets it to Walk-Lewartz. He puts it up, won't go down. Rebound. Double dribble on the rebound. Picked up by Januszka. His shot comes off, and McDonald has it for Chisolm. Valentini spins away from an attempted interception by Pluff, and he carried the ball. And the reason he carried the ball, he was hacked. Walk-Lewartz commits the personal, and that's his first.
Foul is on Walk-Lewartz, number 35.
Get the ball to Paul McDonald. Leibfried for 2. 32-30. Little Falls lead again down to 2. An interception by Paul McDonald. Spins away from one man, puts it up, it goes. And we're tied again. At full court press, takes its measure. And it's 32 all. Pluff into the front court, stops there. He stepped on the center line. It's an over and back violation. So 2 straight times now the Flyers have brought the ball down the floor and not been able to get the shot off. And we're tied at 22 apiece, or 32 apiece. Chisolm with a chance to regain the lead. Mike McDonald, left side, brings it out front to Pustovar. Paul McDonald back to Pustovar, traveling violation. I don't think she cared much for that. Anybody in that section. 2:05 left, third quarter. Zenner to pass it in. Gets it to Doug Pluff. Pluff with Pustovar and Valentini in front of him, holds his dribble up. Has to get rid of it pretty quick. Dumps it up. Gets it to Lemmy. Now Pluff with it. Zenner. Can't move in. Januszka in the corner. Back out to Zenner. Zenner has it knocked away and picked up by Paul McDonald. Gets it up to Valentini. Whistle and a foul. And the foul is on McDonald, and that's 4 on him. Here it is again.
Foul is on Paul McDonald, number 40.
So Paul McDonald has picked up his 4th foul. He is Chisholm's leading scorer. 6'5", just a junior. It's been a battle all the way for both these clubs. Paul Cameron on the bench with 4 fouls for Little Falls. Januszka, Pluff from 18. Around and off. Tipped up by Waklawarich. No good. Gets the rebound. He dribbled it on the baseline. 1:23 left. 3rd quarter. We're tied at 32 apiece. Chisholm, Little Falls. Only 7 points apiece here in the 3rd quarter. It's been that kind of a defensive struggle. And those defenses, of course, the shooting for both teams. Off. Ball batted away by Januszka. Really hard for either club to get it inside. There's a look at Bob Leibfried. 6'4", senior forward for the Chisholm Bluestreaks, who carry a winning streak of 27 consecutive games into this tournament. Over the last 3 years, they are now 80-2, and their only losses have come in this tournament. Valentini. Whistle. Foul. Waklawarich, his 2nd.
Valentini trying the baseline.
He moved over in front of him.
I think he had the shoulder out there, so 2nd on Waklawarich.
And he stuck his knee out there a little bit, too. Keep it within your body plate, and you're all right. Ball comes out to Valentini. 50 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Long-range shot comes off the back bracket. Rebound underneath. Paul McDonald dumps it out to brother Mike. Puts it up again. This one won't go either. And the rebound is picked off by Mike McDonald. Tried to get it underneath. He's fouled. The shot goes. I believe it will count.
See it again. Ball comes loose. McDonald picks it up off the floor. It's Lemmy. Lemmy's 2nd.
Basket count. Lemmy picks up his 2nd foul. 4th team foul on Little Falls. And at the line, Mike McDonald with a chance for the 3-point play. Chisholm now leads it 34-32. Comes off the front of the rim. Ball batted around. Tipped up by Paul McDonald. Leibfried overshoots everything. Waklawarich has it. We have a foul. And the foul. We'll wait and see who they call it on.
It'll be Mike McDonald, I'm sure, right there.
Yeah, a little bit of an elbow there.
That's McDonald's 2nd.
And that's the 5th team foul on Chisholm. So that puts Waklawarich at the free throw line, shooting to 1-1. See how he's done from the line. He is 20 out of 26, about 77% from the free throw line during this tournament. He's averaged 22 points a game. The bonus working. He must make the first to get the 2nd. Misses it. Comes off, and it's picked off by Leibfried. Gets it to Valentini. Valentini across the timeline with it. Almost a steal by Januszka. They get it to Valentini, left side. About 20 feet away. Pustovar with it. Mike McDonald, just 13 seconds left in the quarter. Underneath, Leibfried, 2. And Chisholm has matched their biggest lead. A whistle, the ball knocked out of bounds. Still belongs to Little Falls. 7 seconds left. They're going to have to get it up court in a hurry. And Chisholm goes to that press. 36-32, Chisholm by 4. They get it into Waklawarich. Gets across the timeline. Pustovar from 18. Good. Chisholm has their biggest lead, 38-32. 6-point margin. Biggest lead either team has had. Zenner had some troubles. Waklawarich gets it to Cameron. Cameron over to Pluff. Doug Pluff has it. 7:36 left to go in the game for the overall championship of the state of Minnesota. Waklawarich turnaround jumper, good. 38-34. 4-point lead, Chisolm. 7:24 left in the game. Mike McDonald to the baseline, takes the screen, hit. 40-34. Chisolm back up by 6. They shovel it off, get it to Zenner. Zenner on the left side. Tries to shovel it off the fluff, almost intercepted, has it knocked away. Picked up by Valentini. So a turnover by Little Falls. Chisolm with a chance to increase their margin. They lead by 6. Paul McDonald, good. 8-point lead. And Al Bauman wants his Chargers to talk it over. There's a timeout on the floor. The score, Chisolm 42, Little Falls 34.
If you hold grass upright with a vacuum, it's easier to cut evenly. And that's the idea behind this Toro Whirlwind. A patented wind tunnel housing creates a vacuum action that pulls grass upright for a smooth, level cut. The patented wind tunnel housing is just one of 26 features that make this Toro a Toro.
Buy now and save $20 during Toro's preseason special.
Did you know fine lead crystal has a quality you can hear? And it is so clear. It holds sunlight inside. Heavy? Yes. But well balanced. This is very nice.
Northwestern banks imported this crystal from France and offer it at very low prices with qualifying deposits in new or existing accounts. Your first 2 pieces are free.
Free? C'est magnifique.
42-34. Chisolm with an 8-point lead. Little Falls with the ball. We'll see what they've decided to try to do. They have to get that ball into Walk-LaWartz. They have not been able to do that. And the ball knocked away. Pluff picks it up. Gets it back to Januszka. Back to Doug Pluff. Walk-LaWartz in the lane. They have to get it into either he or Cameron. Januszka moves in, drops it underneath. Cameron had his hands on it, goes out of bounds, and Chisolm has it. So the Streaks with a chance to move up by 10. 6:17 left to go in the game. Pustovar into the front court. Drops it off all alone. Mike McDonald for 2. No basket. No basket. Foul
An
underneath.
offensive foul on Pustovar.
Foul, yep.
Don't score. Foul is on Pustovar, number 32.
His third.
I don't think she believes it.
Not exactly enthralled with that call, is
I
she?
wonder what's going through her mind. 6:10 left to go in the game. So Chisolm has the basket taken away on the offensive foul. Zenner with it in the front court for Little Falls. The Flyers in trouble now. Time ticking off against them. They're down by 8. They need a basket. Doug Pluff with it. They get it into Cameron. Back out to Pluff. Puts it up. It goes. So they needed one and got it. 42-36, 6-point lead Chisolm. Full court press now for Little Falls. Pustovar with it. McDonald to brother Paul. Valentini, Mike McDonald into the lane. Valentini with it. He's set from 24 feet away. It goes.
Valentini scoring.
44-36. Ball knocked away. Picked up by Cameron. Gets it to Januszka. Januszka up the left side and into the front court. Hecked away. Almost stolen. Gets it to Pluff. Pluff from 14. Good. I tell you, that little guy stays with you. 44-38. 6-point lead. Chisolm, 5 minutes left to go in the game. Ball comes to Mike McDonald. Gets it over to Valentini from 8. Good.
Valentini scoring.
It up. He's fouled. Foul is on. Needs some help. Gets it out front to Lemmy. Over on the side. Januszka. Back to Walk-LaWartz. Here's Lemmy at the free throw line from 14. Way short. Gets the rebound to Januszka. He puts it up. It comes off. Rebound to Lemmy. He fouls. And the foul, I believe, will be on Paul McDonald, and that's 5. Boy, does that turn this game around.
Paul McDonald, number 40.
Well, they say 4. We had him for 5, so... Well, that's free throw line. When you leave the... He will shoot 2 shots. The first one is good. Young man has played well since coming in. Pustovar coming back in for Chisolm, 48-45. Little Falls trailed by as much as 8. They've crept back now. And Lemmy can cut it to 2 with 3:18 to go. Second free throw is good. 48-46. Chisolm with a 2-point lead, full court press, Little Falls. Both teams are in a bonus situation for the fouls. Double team in the backcourt, they get it up to Mike McDonald. Chisolm with a 27-game winning streak. They're 27-0 on the season. They get it into Paul McDonald. It's in and out. Rebound. We'll have a jump ball underneath. Cameron and Leibfried. Cameron is 6'5". Bob Leibfried is 6'4". The jump will be in front of the offensive basket of the Chisolm Bluestreaks. Big play right here with 2:59 to go in the game. Tap controlled by Wackler as he takes Cameron's tip. Pluck with it now. Little Falls with a chance to tie it. Top to Keith Pluck. Lemmy 25 feet away on the right side. Pluck deflected. Goes out of bounds. It belongs to Little Falls. 2:42 left. Chisolm not using the press. Now they go to it. They get it into front to Januszka. He holds it up. Gets it to Pluff. 2:37 left to go in the game. Pluff with it. Chisolm leads it by 2. Lemmy, far side, 25 feet away. Januszka and Lemmy play catch. Back out front to Pluff. 20 feet out. He puts it up. Won't go down. Rebound. Wackler comes off again. Puts it in. Foul call. Paul McDonald, and that is all. Paul McDonald leads the game with 8 points. Here it is again. Over the shoulder. There's Bob McDonald, not very happy right now. His Streaks have a 2-point lead. 48-46. Frank Wackler will go to the line, but Chisolm calls a timeout. So there's another timeout on the floor. Their score, Chisolm 48, Little Falls 46.
Here's news from the Northwestern banks about free checking. That's better than free checking. You can write checks with no service charges, no minimum balance when you qualify for Ready Reserve. With Ready Reserve, you can write yourself a loan. There's also a free instant cash card to get cash 24 hours a day. Free checking, Ready Reserve, instant cash. That's better than free checking. Only at Northwestern banks. Check it out.
2 minutes, 20 ball game. The Bluestreaks of Chisolm lead it 48-46. Chisolm is 27-0 on the season. They are unbeaten. The only team left in the state of Minnesota in high school basketball circles that has not suffered at least one loss. Frank Wackler, 6'6" center for the Flyers of Little Falls, will go to the free throw line. The Flyers are 25-1 on the season. They are Class AA champions, Chisolm Class A champions, and right now they're battling for the overall state championship in the Gopher State, and Wackler has a chance to step to the line and tie it up. He is 0 for 1 from the free throw line tonight. He'll shoot 2 here. His free throw is good. 48-47. Now remember, Paul McDonald has fouled out of the game for Chisolm. Second free throw, around and off, no good. 1-point lead Chisolm. With 2:20 left to go, they may go into a freeze and try to draw fouls with McDonald out of there. Valentini moves it in underneath. Slattery drops it off for Valentini. Mike McDonald almost a steal by Januszka. Pustovar, fall-away jumper is blocked. Wackler has it. 2:03 left in the game. Little Falls has the basketball. Chisolm has the lead. 48-47. 1:55 left. Pluff. Bounce pass to Wackler. Back out to Pluff. Atop the key. Gets it over on the side to Lemmy. Januszka gets it to Lemmy. He puts it up. Off the front of the rim. Rebound. Cameron. Up and in. His first field goal of the ball game. Little Falls leads it 49-48. Pustovar front court. Drops it off for Valentini. Pustovar from 20 feet. Good. Pustovar hits 50-49. Chisolm leads it. Pluff gets it right back. Doug Pluff gets it back, and Little Falls leads it 51-50. 1:12 left to go in the game. Valentini with it. Out front, Pustovar into the lane. Off on the side, Mike McDonald. 1:04 left. They get it out front to Pustovar. Pustovar to Valentini. In the corner, Mike McDonald with it. 51-50. Little Falls leads it. They get it underneath. It's knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. And it belongs to Chisolm. So the Bluestreaks still have a run at it. Zenner comes back in, and Lemmy goes out. For Little Falls. Little Falls in dark. Chisolm in the light uniforms. Bluestreaks get it into Leibfried. Out front, Valentini with it. 51-50. A steal. Januszka has Clough with him. Takes it all the way. Missed it. And the rebound comes down to Valentini. Valentini brings it back into the front court. 37 seconds left in the game. Here's Leibfried. Off the front of the rim. Rebound. Walker Ward. All alone is Clough. 2 points. Little Falls leads by 3. 53-50 with 20 seconds left in the game. They get it on the side. Mike McDonald puts it up. It will not go, and the rebound comes to Walker Ward. He calls timeout. 53-50. Little Falls leads it with 12 seconds left to go in the game. It looked like they were out of it. Free throws brought them back in. Paul McDonald fouled out. But the smallest guy on the floor is the man that's done it for him to this point. If they hang on to it, they can say all they want about all the 6'6" guys they've got in that lineup, or 6'5", or anybody else. It's been little Doug Clough, 5'7", a senior, who has 14 points in the fourth quarter and 22 in the game, that has done the job for Little Falls. He has been just absolutely fantastic. He held them in the game with his outside shooting. And if Little Falls should hang on and win this game, they can thank the little guy. I think I made the statement Saturday night when they picked the all-tournament team and they left him off. I didn't see how they could do it. He is one heck of a little ball player in a game of giants. Full court press for Chisolm. Right now, their 27-0 mark on the line. They have just 12 seconds to tie this game up. They need a three-point play to do it. There's the inset. You can count the time off yourself. Full court press for Chisolm. Little Falls has to get the ball inbounds. They get it to Walker Ward. He's tied up. We'll have a jump ball. So the Streaks are still alive. Chisolm is still alive. They're not done yet. There'll be a jump ball. We'll have a jump ball with 3 seconds left. Paul Cameron, the sophomore, waving Clough and Zenner back into the back court. Nobody hit it, so we'll do it again. That took a second. Doesn't mean much to Little Falls, but it means everything to Chisolm. 54-50. And I think Paul McDonald wants that second back. Nobody touched the ball. Now Al Bauman comes up. They're going to go over there and talk about this 1 second, and I can't blame either one of them. Bob McDonald wants it back. Al Bauman wants it right where it is. He'll take the 2 seconds. That's what's left on the clock. They're over at the bench discussing it. One of the referees looks up at the clock. Shows 2 seconds. That's Al Bauman and Doug Clough over there, along with the official. Bauman, the coach of the Flyers. Doug Clough, the little 5'7" guard that has done such a job for them here in the fourth quarter. And it goes back up to 3 seconds. They adjust it, so Bob McDonald gets his second back. He needs it. Mike McDonald will jump against Jerry Januszka. Mike is 6'3". Jerry 5'11", controls the tap to Valentini, throws up a long shot, hits the backboard, and that's it. Little Falls is your state champion. I think if he didn't have a knife, he'd bite him off. Look at that grin on his face. Murray Frank, the executive director, and Marv Helling, the associate director of the Minnesota State High School League, will present the award. So let's go down on the floor. Well, they're just moving to the microphone now, so we'll wait for him to get over there. Very quickly, while we're waiting, the scoring, Mike McDonald had 13 points in the game for Chisolm. Tim Slattery had 2. Paul McDonald 8 before he fouled out. Larry Valentini 8. 12 points from Tim Pustovar and 7 from Bob Leibfried. For the Flyers of Little Falls, Paul Cameron had 4. Kevin Zenner had 5. Frank Wachleworitz had 9. Jerry Januszka had 9. And a total of 3 points for Mark Lemmy. 22 points in the ball game for little Doug Pluff. The 5-foot senior guard scored 14 in the fourth quarter. He got 14 out of the 20 points that the Flyers of Little Falls scored. With 3:40 left to go in the basketball game, Chisolm led it 48-40. Well, we'll talk more about that. Murray Frang's at the microphone, so let's get on to him.
Recognizing and congratulating the 16 teams, coaches, bands, cheerleaders, and students who participated in this great 1975 state basketball tournament. Special congratulations are certainly in order to the 2 champions of this great state tournament, both the Class A and the Class AA. And extra special congratulations go to you, the hardy fans who supported these 2 teams here tonight. Let's show our appreciation once more to the Class A champions from Chisolm and the runner-up in this playoff game tonight. Bring the whole team out, please. We'd like to have the entire team from Chisolm, please, so you can be properly recognized. Bring them all out, will you? AA champions and playoff winners from Little Falls. Here they are.
Well, there you see it. The Flyers of Little Falls, Frank Wachleworitz getting a ride. And they are the #1 team in the state of Minnesota right now. We'll be back with more comments in just one moment.
La, 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 la.